IT experience. 9 years of IT experience. So I used to work with multiple areas like data analytical part, data warehouse part, as well as used to work with ETL operations also. Like I have a good exposure on towards the ETL from database management to data warehouse management. Here in our course structure, we are exclusively talk about the Snowflake. Snowflake is one of the cloud data warehouse. Snowflake is one of the cloud data warehouse. We are discuss about Snowflake exclusively. Apart from Snowflake, we will discuss a basics of AWS cloud. Why? Because we need to know the cloud platform first. Why? Because we are working on the cloud means you need to know about the cloud platform first. So for that, definitely we need to go with some basics of AWS cloud. After that, a basics of SQL. Basics of SQL. AWS. And basics of SQL queries. Why? Because Snowflake is completely based out of SQL queries only. 90 to 95% similar to SQL only. Some restrictions are there, but most will be work with a SQL queries only. So basics of SQL, we will go. And also we'll go with a basics of ETL process. ETL process. And also we will go with a multiple integration possibilities. Multiple integrations. With BI tools as well as well-known ETL tools. So the main focus is here on the Snowflake, and I will cover you some related things also within our course content. The course will be for next 35 hours to 40 hours to complete the course content. So every time if any new topic will be there, that view topic will be added into the drives. Okay, you will get a recording videos with view option. Any new topic will be covered also, that will be also updated in the drives, and you can check that new topic after your classes also. Guess what? And then I will show you all the documents, all docs, interview, questions and answers, and real-time scenarios. Real-time scenarios. And also certification questions. Assistance. Means within the class itself, I will share questions and answers. Question and answers for certain. Snow site. Snow Pro. Once you are interested to join the sessions, we'll create a WhatsApp group. And then every doubts will be clear in this group itself. And every related documents also shared here. and everything will be discussed on that class itself. We will interact on that group itself. We will interact with that group itself. So anytime you can ping at free time, I will try to give the support to your queries. Next, what is the prerequisites for this? Prerequisites are, if you have a backgrounds of SQL, if you are working for the previously a data warehouses, if you have working for the previously ETL tools, if you are working for the previously BI tools like Power BI, Tableau, PQ, QuickSense, or if you work for the any other data part, if you are not working for any data part also, nothing will happen. But three requisites are, if you are in the data stream, that will be one of the best advantage for you. And if you don't have also, nothing will happen. From the scratch itself, I will teach you. From the scratch itself, I will teach you in the sessions itself. No prerequisites according to me. Okay. And experience, we need to keep at least 1 year. Freshers, there is a less calls. Okay. At least they are expecting 1 year of experience within the Snowflake. So minimum is 1 year experience they are expecting. Minimum 1 year experience they are expecting. Maximum N, max N years. And packages will be starts from minimum 7 lakhs. Packages, sir. Don't bother about the packages, sir. Okay. Next. Sir, any person can learn this Snowflake, sir. Even non-IT guys can learn this. Even IT guys can learn it. Already have a data stream guys can learn it. Even though they don't have any knowledge also, you can learn it. It is easy subject. No coding is required. It's just aware on the data part and SQL. And it is one of the booming subject. Booming subject. This is what actually. So before going to Snowflake, what is Snowflake? So do you have any questions? Please ask me. Otherwise, I will directly jump into the section. Do you have any questions? Please ask me.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, actually myself, Abhida.
Yes, please.
Currently, I'm working in the domain of Azure migration domain.
Okay.
And having the background and knowledge of the Power BI, but not having any hands-on experience.
Okay.
And actually, I took 3 years of paid experience, and then I entered into the Tech Mahindra.
Okay.
And
don't tell like that, madam. Just 1 second. Don't tell like that, madam.
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime.
Yeah.
Don't talk like that.
Actually, I'm having some doubt.
At the day itself, I am telling. The day itself, I am telling you. Not my content is sufficient. You need to do practice also. Whatever the class, you need to do practice. You need to more. Why? Because you are doing from 3 years onwards, means you are somewhat expert in Snowflake. That means that you're learning the thing is different and doing the things are faster is different. So you need to practice more. Then only that will be justify your experience. Any questions? Anybody having any questions, please ask me, no problem. Whatever it may be. Before going to the Snowflake, actually it is called it as a not a demo. It is just a interaction section. Clear our doubts, whether it will be fit for you, whether it will be having a market or not. So whether this course is necessary for your needs or not. Then we will decide Ravi is suitable for learning the Snowflake or not. We will decide later. Don't worry about it. After 2 to 3 sections only, you need to decide. Don't worry about it. First, you need to clear your doubts. Any doubt.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. That's good.
Is Python is required for this Snowflake?
I'm sorry.
Python required for the Snowflake, sir?
Actually, nowadays, there is a shortage of resources on Snowflake. Okay. A very shortage. No resources are available in the IT industry for the Snowflake. So they are not expecting compulsory as a Python, guys. Yes, Python is required at certain places. Definitely, Python is required for any operations, any technology, any operations or any technologies. But it is not compulsory as of this situation.
Okay. If it is possible, can you cover the basics also, sir, for Python?
I'm not going to cover, but I will give you references. Don't worry about it. Up to the Snowflake mark, I will give some references. That is more than enough. Okay, don't worry about it.
How about the market, present market, sir, on Snowflake?
Okay, sir, not bad. I don't say that it is have a good market, but it is okay. Why? Because all people knows that it is a bad situation in the IT. So the recession is going to keep on running. But in this time also, we are getting calls. That is one of the best thing. And we are getting offers also. That is one of the best thing. But these guys, what they are expecting some integrations, more integration possibilities. Like for example, their data is in AWS means they are expecting AWS integration. If they are using, you are practicing with the AWS means, but their data is in Azure means they are expecting Azure integrations. Okay. So that time you need to focus on more integration possibilities. I will cover you as much as possible of integrations. And also they are expecting some more integrations with ETL. Let's say, for example, in the combination of DBT. DBT means data building tool. Okay, data build tool. It is not a ETL, but it is one type of ETL. Data transformations will be happening with that tool. So somewhere they are expecting this DBT also with a combination of Snowflake. That's why from recent last batch, I include some data DBT course content also. Like I will cover you some basics of DBT also. DBT is one of the ETL process actually. I'm covering some basics of that also. Why? Because to weightage your resume.
Okay.
So what I am doing, actually, this is a new subject, sir. Even we people, I'm frankly saying that we people are keep on working on Snowflake. Yes, as a last 2.5 years onwards, I am working with Snowflake means. So how much I grab? How much I grab the things within the 2.5 years. Very short amount of data, short amount. So it's not sufficient for teaching the classes. That's why we keep on researching. We keep on doing the things. We keep on taking the extra projects from the other people also, from USA people, giving support. Like that, even we trainers learning more things. Learning more things. In that, recently, I'm learning some DBT also for the students' requirement. Why? Because I am getting job, I am doing the job is not good. I need to provide some jobs to my students also. So that's why I'm keep on updating myself and I am teaching that updations in our classes also. That's what I said that I keep on updating some classes which was recorded videos in your drives after your sessions also. Why? Because not a technology is in learning process. It is not a one shot learning process. So if new topic will be there, that will be updated on our trends. And actually, Snowflake was a market of around 1 year, sir. 1 year, that's it. Even if you say, actually, I am working with USA projects. So I had this Snowflake before 5 years back. But I keep on working on around 2 to 2.5 years onwards. I'm working on Snowflake. But some people says that I have a 5 years experience in Snowflake, 6 years experience in Snowflake. See, that is bullshit, sir. So don't believe that things. Don't believe that one. That is exactly a bluff fold. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions other than this?
Is SSIS and Snowflake same, sir?
No, sir. Yes, basically it is ETL. No, ETL. Before this, you have a ETL. Like basically, see, I will show you this structure so that you can understand. Actually, this is a data warehouse. You can call it as a data warehouse with multiple names. So multiple products are there in the data warehouse. In that, we are choosing a Snowflake data warehouse. This is the data warehouse. Choosing is data warehouse is Snowflake. Here, MSBI, SSS, SIS, these are the ETL process, Informatica, data stages, talent, MSBI, SSS, ADF, scoop. Okay, these all are the Matillion, DBT is not exactly ETL, but it do the ETL operations. These all are the ETL, and these are the SQL relational databases like Oracle database, MySQL, NoSQL, like that.
But sir, people say that in Snowflake, Snowflake, we can do all the ETL activities like
Yes,
loading the data, and we can also do like staging and everything in Snowflake.
yes, madam. Yes, madam. Snowflake is a modern data warehouse. It will supports for ELT. It supports for ELT. Basically, people are bothering about ETL. No, nowadays people are bothering about ELT. Extract, load and transformations. So Snowflake will support for ELT, not ETL, ELT.
So, sir, can we use like SSIS and Snowflake together?
Yes, there is an integration possibility.
So, if you have like large amount of data, then we can use SSIS and do the ETL activities, and then use a database like Snowflake database for for staging and other purposes.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Even though that whatever SSI is not supported, that time you can use some database concept to process use and bulk of data to Snowflake. There is a multiple integration possibilities are there. I think
So, in
yes,
Snowflake, what language do we use, sir?
SQL only. That we call it as NoSQL. In somewhere recently, 1 month back only, the Snowflake was upgraded with a new version. In that, so there is a chance of writing a Python scripts also. But
Okay.
people are working with SQL only.
What is the most difference between SSIS and Snowflake, sir? You told like we can do like whatever things we can do like ETL processes, like in SSIS we do like ETL, right, sir? And you told me right, in Snowflake we can do like ELT. So
Yes.
what is the main difference, sir? Like,
so what is the main difference actually? ETL won't maintain use and bulk of data. It is not a data warehouse. First point. And the second point, whereas ETL will use it to extract. First, it will extract the data. Whatever the extracted data will be transformed based on our needs. and then it will load the data into target tables. Okay. But whereas data warehouse, Snowflake will do only Snowflake. First, it will extract the data from the sources and load the data. It won't utilize their resources to transform unnecessarily. When you want to transform, that time they will transform. First, you will extract, load, and transform. Next, let's say, for example, before transforming means unnecessarily, if don't want also, you need to transform it. Now, first you need to store entire raw data into Snowflake, load it, and when you want, then only you can transform it. Okay, and use your operations. That is the difference. Whereas data warehouse Snowflake will work as a ETL. ETL won't work as a data warehouse. Snowflake.
So, sir, is Snowflake a data warehouse or is it a database, sir?
Data warehouse. Data warehouse is nothing but database only. Actually, database and data warehouses are same. The main difference is database is for the exclusively for the limited period of operations, limited period of data, and it will be connected to the real world systems. Why we are using data warehouses? We are using data warehouse for the feature analytical purpose. Let's say, for example, if you are using data warehouse for the real-time systems, database as a data warehouse. If you use database as a data warehouse, okay. If any crashes happened on that system, what will happen to the real operations, acid operations? It will store acid operations, all the transactions and all the operations happened on the particular application will stored. You are doing some operations on the same database, what will happen? So every time all the people was confused with the database and data warehouse because, again I'm repeating, every people are confused with the database and data warehouse because of this Tableau guys and this Power BI guys and this QQ and QQ Sense guys. You got my point?
Yes.
Madam, why I told like that means because all these analytical tools will be have a practicals with directly on database. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Anywhere you learn some Power BI, let's say for example, where you are doing practicals, how you are connecting databases directly.
Yes.
Nobody in the Power BI or Tableau or some other analytical tools like QQ, QuickSense, Alteryx, whatever it may be, nobody is teaching data warehouse concept.
Yes,
Just
sir.
explaining concept called data warehouse concept theoretically. Actually, in the real world, in the real practice, nobody will connect to the databases. They will connect to the data warehouses. Actually, previous olden traditions, whereas the database act as a SQL data warehouse is also there. SQL database act as a SQL data warehouse. But there we have limitations. Database is for the shorter period of time. Why? Because it will support for up to 256 servers only, 256 nodes only. Whereas data warehouse is not like that. You can maintain infinity of data. And one more important thing, whereas databases won't support for MPP architecture. Whereas data warehouse supports for MPP architecture. What is MPP? Massive parallel processing. At a time, multiple processes are involved and process your data. It won't support by database. Whereas data warehouse it supports.
So, sir, some people say that like we store like historical data. Is that right, sir? In this concept?
That only. Whatever the historical data will be maintained on the data warehouses, and then you can do your analytical process from that data warehouse connectivity integration from. See, in the overall picture, where you are Power BI and Tableau.
Sorry, sir.
In overall picture, Do you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where the Power BI, Tableau, and data scientists and data engineers and data mining and data monitoring people working?
At the reporting side.
Reporting side after data warehouse.
Yeah.
But now in the practicals, so in the other sections of other tools like Power BI, Tableau sections, they directly connect to the databases. Okay, if they connect to the databases, is nothing wrong, madam. Nothing wrong. But you need to say that it is not happened in real time. We have a data warehouse in middle of us. So we need to connect to the data warehouse first. Like that, they need to say. But most of the people don't say like that. Why? Because I came from background of Tableau. I learned the Tableau from one of the instructor. He didn't tell that one. Even I believe that directly data Power BI and Tableau will connect to the databases. Up to my real-time experience. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
So, whereas databases, see, the definition is also same. See, if you observe my definition. My definition. Data warehouse is a one type of database. Database is a one type of database, which will call it as a centralized repository, which will stores the data coming from the different range of sources. Bulk and huge data coming from the different range of sources. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
So, whereas databases are exclusively made for online transactional processes, OLTP systems. Databases, we call it as a OLTP systems. OLTP systems. OLTP means online transactional process systems. Whereas data warehouses are OLAP systems, online analytical processes. So in this overall structure, this is the OLTP systems. From here to here, it is all our OLAP systems. Clear?
Yes, sir.
I think you can understand what is data warehouse now.
Yes, sir.
So actually, data warehouse is nothing but a storeroom in your home. A storeroom in your home. Like warehouse unused products will be stored in your storeroom. Na? Why you are storing in the storeroom? Why you are storing?
We can use it whenever we want.
Yes. For example, in future you think that they will be useful. That's why you make that store as a storeroom. Whereas living room is a database. Living room is a database. Everything you keep on the living room, what will happen?
To be a mess.
Yes, mess. That time we can't go inside the living room also, inside the home also. Like that, whatever the daily usage operations won't happen in living room if you keep that as a mess. Same like that. Database is exclusively for online transactional process with the latest period of time. Latest period of time. Whereas data warehouse is a bulk of storages which will be purpose of future operations.
Sir, one more question, sir.
Yes,
Like,
please.
if we can do like all the staging and cleaning of data and everything in SSIS, then what is the use of using Snowflake again, sir? Like, yeah,
Cleaning okay. Cleaning
yeah,
okay. Cleaning okay.
uh,
But storage data will be processed and cleaned and sent to the storages, no?
so, sir, like in like when we use like SSIS, we like after cleaning of data and massaging of data, we need to place it in a stage, right, sir?
Yes.
So, like where we stage it, sir? In
How much of data you can make into the stage? Let's say, for example, 1 TB, 100 TB, 200 TB, 1000 TB. Only running data will be into stage. Whatever the process data will be into stage.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
So, in my understanding, TBs of data we can store it in space whenever terabyte, gigabyte. So that type of data only, if that much of data will be there, we have only chance to store in data warehouse, right?
That's it. Actually, for example, for go online people, for pro people, no need of a data warehouse. Na? A Flipkart
So you're
person needs
saying
a
like
data warehouse.
Amazon, Flipkart, all resources of data come into the one data warehouse. From there, Power BI people can extract the data to the analytics, like that, right?
Yes.
So one more thing, on-premises of data warehouse is equal to cloud Snowflake,
No,
right,
no,
sir?
no. On-prem is different, cloud is different.
I mean, in cloud data warehouses, we can call it like one of the tools, Snowflake, right?
Yes, cloud data warehouse is a Snowflake.
Snowflake. And cloud SSIS is equal to ADF, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
ADF, Metillion,
Yeah.
DBT.
So whatever on-premises SSIS we are doing, nowadays people are using ADF to do in cloud technology.
ADF means if you are using a synopsis means as a data warehouse, that time ADF is better fit. If you are using a data warehouse Snowflake means better fit is DBT and Metillion.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Best ETL tools. Informatica is also on-prem only. Better fit to Hadoop.
Yeah. Yeah, Informatica, Talent, SSIS, these are
Talent,
all
data
on
stages. These all are the on-prem only.
on. Thank you.
Yes, please. Any questions? Madam, data build tool relevant to which tool, sir? So as I said, like DPT is not a ETL. We don't call it as a ETL, but what are the ETL operations you are doing? Transformations. Actually, it is used to do transformations. Actually, there we have a connector. Directly, you can take the account of DBT. So we will show it. No problem. Madam, your doubt cleared or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here, with all these processes, step by step, madam. Every organization, for example, Flipkart. This is a Flipkart of 30 years, for example. HDFC Bank. Assume that HDFC Bank. It is giving the services from last 30 years onwards. At the first year of 30 years, no need of data warehouse there for them. For them, there is no need of a data warehouse. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Second year also no need of data warehouse. Third year also maybe. Fourth year also maybe. But to keep on growing the records means, keep on going the transactions means, definitely they need a data warehouse. At that time, they will choose the best data warehouse on that particular time. They keep on migrating with the new data warehouses like that. So in this case, in the previous stages, what will happen without ETL processes, we can't use the data warehouses directly. So the transformations happen between the ETLs. Okay. And after that, the transformations will be sent to the data warehouse as a storage, central repository. From central repository to, they will use a analytical purpose for the machine learning algorithms and everything. But modern data warehouse supports for the direct ELT process. It will extract the sources and it will load the data directly into the data warehouse, and you will transform the data from the data warehouse itself. So the days that based on the days, okay, based on the present situations that are keep on changing their shapes. So accordingly, we need to change our requirements and choose our requirements. Here in the scenario, like we are using ETL to extract, to transform and load, we are using a one data warehouse, XYZ data warehouse, okay, and you are loading the data. If it is not good means what we will do, we'll go with the best one. And also you are getting more data. What it will happen, ETL tools are not effectively running to store the data into Hadoop systems, for example. effectively running. Why? Because you are getting expected loads, more than expected loads. Now tell me what you will do. In between, they will use a Spark connectors to process and execute. It is one of the execute compute mission. It execute fast operations to write into the Hadoop systems. That time Spark is come into the picture. Let's say in the same scenario, you are using ADF and you are transforming the data and you are connecting the data from the SQL and you are transforming the data and you are trying to load the data into Synopsys, assume that. But these ETL processes are very slow. Again, ADF. Why? Because whatever the data you are expecting, it is getting more than expectation. Then again, EDF also not works. Again, we will go with another connectors called Databricks. We will use a Databricks too. Databricks is one of the compute engine. Okay, like a Spark. Spark is used for on-prem, whereas Databricks is used for cloud. And there will be a demerit in the Spark, whereas some extra advantages with the Databricks. Same Databricks will be shaped up with the Azure Databricks in the Azure product, Microsoft product. Do you got my point?
Sir, it's very confusing. So do we need to learn like Databricks and Hadoop plus Spark with in the Snowflake, sir, now?
No. Actually, if you are a data engineer, okay, a complete data engineer, data scientist means you need to learn everything. If you are a Snowflake engineer means you need to concentrate on Snowflake first. But meanwhile, what are the branches you need to know now? You are a tree, but you need to know what are the branches for you. Yes,
Okay.
sir? That's what. In your requirements, when you are using, at what time you need to use these things, you need to know and aware about it.
Okay, sir.
So first time I didn't say the Spark. When I use, after ETL failed, I use a Spark. I didn't tell the Databricks at first time. Then whatever the expected, unexpected loads you are coming from the ETL, cloud ETL, then only will use a Databricks. First time I didn't sell a data warehouse. I just trick on the database only. Why? Because my business is just started now. Here. Today only I started my company. I want some analysis from last 3 months or last 1 year. Is Excel is enough now? Excel is enough to do all these operations, analytical process and everything. Create dashboards, create charts and everything. Excel is one of the database. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then why you are using SQL, Oracle, DB2, all these things? Requirements. Based on the requirement, based on the explore, based on the needs, we are doing all these things. So that's what actually data warehouse is nothing but one database, but the purpose is for OLAP systems, OLAP operations. It will be for online analytical process. That's it. So any questions, please ask me.
Sir, is certification mandatory to get the job in Snowflake?
Definitely certification point of view. Certifications are believed by clients. Clients won't believe the persons. They only believe the certifications. Okay. When the certifications will come into the picture, compulsory we need to do. If you have a more competition, for segregation of your competition, we'll use a certification. Nowadays, nobody having a knowledge on Snowflake. It is a fresh tool. Nobody having a perfect knowledge on Snowflake. Why people are asking for the certification again? It is not compulsory, but it is needed in any time. It is అది ఖచ్చితం కాదండి కానీ అవసరం ఎప్పటికైనా వస్తుంది అది.
Okay. Can you explain about the certifications, sir? What are the certifications available? And
So the first start certification is Snow Pro. our course content will be covered with the Snowpro only. And after that, next level of certifications are there. I'm not sure on that names, but start certification is Snowpro.
Okay.
Sir, now you're going to cover the Snowflake related to AWS or Azure, sir?
Mostly I'm talking about AWS. Maybe if time will be there, I will differentiate with Azure also. But if hands-on experience, I'm not showing now. But if you are really interested on that also, I will show you an hands-on experience also. 1 hour to 2 hours time. Okay.
Sir, okay, one more question, sir. Like when we use like Power BI is like Microsoft tool, right, sir? So, is it better to use like Azure Snowflake or AWS Snowflake, sir?
Not Azure Snowflake, AWS Snowflake. Actually, AWS having a own product called a data warehouse called data warehouse. Snowflake is a data warehouse. Na? Azure having a own product called Synopsys. Instead of
Yeah.
Snowflake, there we have a Synopsys. For AWS, there we have a Redshift. For Google, there we have a BigQuery. Okay. If you are using a BI tool means, so most things will be Synopsys. Okay, Synopsys is the best choice actually. But nowadays, Synopsys is not that much of booming actually, even though you are using a Power BI also. Okay. So while compared to all the data warehouses, Snowflake is the booming. And nowadays, clients also mostly concentrated on what type of things. They are not running on the same products, same Microsoft. They're running on the best tools. Like they're choosing Power BI in the BI tools. They're choosing data warehouse as a Snowflake. They're choosing some ADF as a ETL. From database like IBM, DB2 as a database. DB2 is IBM. Got my point?
Yes, sir. Sir, what is the course duration, sir? How many days does it take?
55 to 40 hours.
Sir, what is Databricks?
Databricks is one of the compute engine which is used to process a huge and bulk of data in the real-time systems. Like a Spark. Spark for the on-prem, whereas Databricks is for the cloud environment.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody having any questions?
Sir, along with if you learn like Snowflake, do we need to have knowledge on SSIS, sir?
No
Or do we
need.
need-
I don't know. I don't know knowledge on SSI. But I am surveying. No,
Sir.
no need, madam.
Hmm.
But because I am good in Matillion, I am good in some other tool. No problem. Main focus on Snowflake. And remaining will be basics.
And sir, like, do we need to know like advanced SQL, sir?
Basic SQL is enough, I think so.
Okay.
Basic SQL is enough.
Here tool, right?
But people say that we need to write like views and we need to click the data and everything. more, sir.
Everything will be easy, madam. No problem. Everything I will show you. Store procedures will be there. Views will be there. Transformations will be there. Aggregations will be there. Okay. In the database, you need to create a schema. Separate operations, complexities will be there. Here in the Snowflake, no needs. Madam. Everything will be predefined. You'll just the commands. all we can I think basic SQL is enough. One of my friend don't know SQL, but he is working on data warehouse, Snowflake. He didn't trained with the SQL, but he is doing operations in cloud data warehouse called Snowflake. How he is doing? If you learn SQL and learning the Snowflake is easy, directly learning the Snowflake also will be leads to the SQL only. At the time of learning the data warehouse Snowflake, he is learning SQL. That's it.
Yes, sir.
That's why no prerequisites is necessary. So that's all enough today, I think so. Do you have any questions you can ask me? Otherwise, we'll close the session for today. We'll meet on tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day.
Tomorrow,
You too,
same
sir.
time.
Same time. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes buffering time, sir. Actually, I have in other class, so it will take some time. That's why it will take 5 to 10 minutes buffering time. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day. Bye. So 11 batch, please rejoin the section. 10 batch, 10 a.m. batch, please rejoin the session.